Brittany, I have to use the bathroom. You've been in there for hours. What are you doing?
I'm shaving my face.
You're shaving your face?
Yeah.
You don't even have hair on your face.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god, I gotta go.
No, I'm shaving my face. Get out of here.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm shaving my face.
You trying to be a guy now?
Did you just assume my gender?
I mean, we're dating.
But you assumed my gender.
I mean, yeah. You look like a guy. You're dressed as a guy.
I can't believe it.
I'm sorry. I think.
I can't trust you anymore.
What? Come on.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Yep, I'm packing my bags right now.
Oh my god. You're one of those?
Yep. I'm leaving.
You taking the spaghetti sauce? And the bananas?
Leaving.
No, come on. Come back. I didn't mean it. Come back. Seriously.
Bye. Dear language police, I ought to assume your gender.
So we're gonna be talking about the whole "don't assume my gender" thing. Is that a meme?
I think so, actually.
It's kind of a meme now. I mean, it was like a social issue, or they tried to create it into a social issue, right?
Yeah.
So the basis of their argument is, don't assume someone who's trans or who's gay, or don't assume anyone's gender or sexuality, right? Their argument is that just because they look a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way, right? Which is true. Just because they look a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way.
Yeah.
Right? Just because you look like a straight, woman,
Yeah.
doesn't, you're with a guy, blah, 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 you have a boyfriend, doesn't mean you're actually a straight woman. Like, you could be a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the problem with that line of logic is that all human life, I should say, is based on assumptions. Actually, even animals. Like, it's all based on assumptions, right? You turn your faucet, you assume water's going to come out. You flip a light switch, you assume the light's going to turn on. You eat food, you assume it's not going to kill you.
Anything that you do throughout your lifetime
is an assumption.
Yeah.
Right? We make assumptions every second of every day. You know what I mean? It all deals with the probability of something being true. And when the probability of something being true is close to 100%, with turning your faucet on and the water comes out, normally happens every time, right?
Yeah.
And there's these zebra cases where something breaks and you don't have water, right? So the trans community, and I shouldn't say the trans community, but people who say don't assume my gender, you guys are like the zebras, right? You may look a certain way, but you're not a certain way. Just like you might turn a light on and the light doesn't turn on. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't assume things about you based on how you look. You know what I mean? Like, say I was a gay man, and I looked at someone who was trans who looked like he might be into men, but was into women. Okay? If I approached him and I was sexually attracted to him, blah, 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 and I wanted to ask him out on a date, and I asked him, and he got offended at me, where's his basis in being offended? I think
that's a pretty good compliment.
It's a compliment, right? I didn't mean any ill will towards him, right? But I assumed his gender. You know what I mean? If you're a guy and you're in a bar and you walk up to a girl, you're assuming their gender, you're assuming their sexuality. This is something you do throughout your life. This is the basis of social interactions. You make assumptions about who you're talking to. The basis of all social interactions is you're making assumptions about the people you're talking to constantly. And your brain's doing it constantly. So to ask people to make a special, case or special occlusion just for you is not only extremely selfish, but very illogical at the same time. Yeah. So we're going to examine an argument made by someone who I don't know if they're trans or not. I didn't do any research on this person.
He technically did say he's trans, so.
I'm assuming, because he's saying don't assume trans people's genders or sexualities. Yeah. So we're going to watch one of their arguments and see what's wrong with it.
Hello, my name is Ariel like the mermaid, and don't assume my sexuality just because I'm trans. That's a big problem that exists, and I addressed this in an earlier video where I talked about misconceptions about being transgender.
It's a big problem that exists. And he addressed the video, the problem in a previous video. Okay. I don't think it's a big problem that exists, considering,
Yeah,
I don't know, less than 1% of people.
I think you're all babies.
Yeah.
You're being little
you're buying into this whole victimhood thing. Not a joke. You're creating problems that don't exist. The vast majority of the population of the United States and the world, they're not bigots. You know what I mean? They don't care who you're fucking. They don't care what gender you are. You know what I mean? So the claim is just such a huge problem is a little absurd.
And that it's a huge problem, and it's that people assume that you're gay if you're transgender. Basically, is the big thing. So if you're a trans woman, then people kind of equate you to a gay male, which is completely inappropriate because the whole point of being a trans woman is you identify as a woman.
What?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Completely inappropriate.
It's completely inappropriate.
What do you even mean?
Someone's hitting on you and it's fucking inappropriate.
Yeah, where's everybody's logic? What the fuck?
When are these people equating you to being gay? I don't equate trans people with being gay. If you're a trans man and you're a man now, basically, you're considered a man and you're with a woman, you look like a straight couple. You know what I mean? As long as it's very obvious that you are manly.
Yeah.
You kind of look like a straight couple. If you have a fully functioning dick, you're basically a straight couple now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm not assuming you're gay. I'm not assuming you're turned into a guy just to fuck other guys or what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's making those assumptions. Who are making these assumptions? Where on YouTube I've not find one video on YouTube that's even bashing trans people in any way ever.
Maybe they're afraid they're gonna cry.
Yeah, not even so-called bigots like Milo Yiannopoulos or these fake Nazis they made, like Donald Trump. I've never seen them one time say anything bad about trans people. So where are these problems?
And same thing, trans men will be equated to lesbians, which again is completely inappropriate.
No one's making those assumptions, again.
No.
Just because you're trans, if you identify as a man, you look like a man, I'm going to assume you're in a woman. That's the assumption I'm making. I'm not going to assume you switch sides just to, bat on the same side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You switch teams just to be on the same team again? I don't know.
But it's not also inappropriate because those terms might make an implication about that person's gender identity that aren't completely inaccurate, but it's also inappropriate because you don't know that person's sexuality. You don't know that person is attracted to men. You don't know that person's attracted to women. You can't make that assumption just because someone identifies as trans.
See, that's the problem with their whole argument. We make that assumption about everyone. We make the assumption about straight people.
Yeah.
Straight people make that assumption towards each other every single day. You know what I mean?
Everybody gets assumed.
Yeah. The way you look, the way you act, we build these assumptions about people 24/7, and they're just adjectives that we use in our brains to describe people. You know what I mean? They're just building up an image of who they think you are. You know what I mean? They don't know your story, your life story, and they shouldn't. They should not know your life story. You know what I mean? You don't want to share these people with everyone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see what the problem is here. If I had something traumatic happen to me, right, and someone's says a joke and it hits me hard, and I don't fault them for that. They didn't know about it. So I don't understand this whole you shouldn't assume that you just made your mom a joke and my mom's dead. You shouldn't assume that everyone's moms are dead or alive. You shouldn't make that assumption that they're all alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just dumb. It's just dumb.
Playing the victim.
No one has ill will. Yeah. Yeah. You will rarely ever see someone who has they lost a parent or something and someone joke about it. You'll rarely ever see them play a victim. they'll be like, oh, I'm so, they understand because it's an actual problem, and they will be like, they might ask you not to say stuff about it, but they'll be like, it's not your fault, you didn't know. Obviously.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the whole that's how you resolve this issue. We don't need to stop assuming things about you. All you need to do is, like, if they inquire about it, then you tell them what you are and who you are, and then they say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Problem solved, everyone. Where's the problem? Where's the issue?
I don't know. People are just thin. Their head's a bit thin.
Thin skin.
Yeah, they're a bit thin skinned, and their head is just. I don't know. Were they dropped on their heads as a child?
Were they dropped on their heads as a child? I don't know. You might be right. This might be a product of everybody gets a trophy in that mentality. Whatnot. Who knows?
Particularly, transgender people can have sexualities all across the spectrum. You can be a gynosexual, and you could be androsexual, or you can be somewhere in between. Now, I should explain what those terms mean, and I like these terms a lot because they are terms that don't refer to your gender identity, they just refer to who you are attracted to. They are terms that don't...
You notice in this whole video, he still has not defined the problem at all.
No.
He's just going into vocabulary and, like, he's giving examples of problems that really never happen. Or if they do happen, they happen so rarely in our society that they're not really problems. And they're solved so easily as saying, hey, I'm actually this. And, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know what I mean? That's how you solve the problem.
Didn't they make all this shit up themselves anyways? Like,
yeah,
how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, I don't frequent what is it? Tumblr? I don't frequent Tumblr. So how am I supposed to know all these different pronouns I'm supposed to fucking use when I'm talking to you?
I don't even
if you look like a girl, I'm gonna call you she. If you look like a guy, I'm gonna call you he. That's literally it. Like, and I'm not even being bigoted. I'm not being, like, mean-spirited. I don't know. This isn't, like, common knowledge. You know what I mean? If I'm friends with you and you really want to be called something, I'd probably call you that, right?
Yeah.
But if I don't know you, I don't give a shit about you. You're not part of my life. You know? I don't care. I just don't care. It's not that there's no ill will there. I'm just indifferent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So why am I just gonna, like, someone who I never talked to, and if I will address you one time maybe in my life, and now I gotta call you this, and how do I even know?
Yeah.
Why are you making these problems harder than they are? Just stop getting offended by stupid shit.
Yeah.
Seriously. Stop. Stop. Seriously. It's not a problem here. That's why this is a meme, because it's funny.
Yeah.
To people who have brains, it's funny.
Yeah.
And whoever gets offended by that, fine. But
well, we're not saying you don't have a brain. Maybe it's just a little tiny.
It's tiny, You might be one of the ones closer to the chimps than the rest of us. You might not have evolved like the rest of us. I'm kidding.
For a moment, I thought he was talking about me.
No, it's a joke. See, this is humor. We're all laughing here. Anyway, so there's that. So what else do you want to say about this? I know this is a controversial subject because no one ever really speaks out about stuff like this, but dude, like, where are all the other people out there that feel this way?
Don't know.
I've never heard one person give this argument before, which is weird.
Yeah. You're gonna lose anyways.
Yeah, there is no argument against what I said about assumptions. You assume everything in your life, so why are you making conclusions for things?
You know what they're doing? They're blaming other people instead of themselves.
They're blaming other people.
Pointing fingers at people who shouldn't even pointed at.
I'm not saying that you guys have, like, people who get offended have mental health issues. But if you get offended by things that easily, you do have serious not serious mental health issues, but you have problems emotionally. You should probably seek some help for that. Not even, like, joking here.
Get some self-help books or something.
Alright.
If you don't want therapy.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to go down that road, there's a lot of resources online.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be offended by something that's so simple like that. If I don't get offended by certain things that are you know, personal to me, and you know, somebody says on accident, then I don't like. What makes me any different?
I don't give a
than
fuck,
you?
dude.
Exactly.
Like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it boils down to the question: is did they mean it to be mean spirited or not? And if they didn't, then who cares? Yeah, that's with anything, you know. And it's the rare occurrence that like someone's genuinely bigoted and means it in a like bad way. And to those people, fuck them people anyway. You know what I mean? No one is, you know, out there saying bigots are good, you know.
No, no one.
No one. Like,
I've never heard anyone say that.
yeah, like, Jesus Christ. Like, chill. Take a chill pill. Please. Alright. So that's the video. Make sure, oh yeah, guys, make sure to subscribe to our channel.
Wait, hold on. Do it again.
Alright, guys, make sure to subscribe. Guys or girls, or, whatever in between you may be. Make sure to subscribe to our channel.
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. You know, hit that doorbell.
Just comment below if you want to say anything.
Yeah, if you have some kind of argument, I'm all ears. You know what I mean? Like, if you have something.
He loves to debate.
Yeah, if you have a point that is valid and that kind of, you know, contradicts what I said, and say it. You know what I mean? I'm open-minded. If you can change my mind, I'm just telling you what's logic to me.
Yeah.
And to probably the majority of
He just
intellectuals.
He just debated a vegan for 3 hours the last
Yeah, and
time.
he deleted all his comments because he was fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But there's other people that made arguments about the video we just made, and they were way too long, and they're so off the wall that like, I don't want to waste my time with that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, yeah, and we'll see you for the next video.
Share our videos, please.
Yeah, if you like what we said here, we made a good argument, share the video. If you thought it was funny, share the video.
Show it to your friends, your parents,
yeah, show it to your parents.
Your dog, your pet hamster.
Show it to your pet hamster too.
I'm sure they'll like it.
Yeah, they probably would like it. Our hamster fell asleep. Just falls asleep watching us talk on camera.
Yeah.
All right, peace. You know, I sexually identify as an Apache TAC helicopter. Is that the first comment?
Yeah.
The first comment is I identify. That meme is like fucking old. Reese.
You know what I sexually identify as?
What?
A banana.